Meet Pip, a kid with speedy sneakers that could almost outrun the wind, and a grin as bright as the morning sun. Pip always carried a backpack stuffed with snacks, crunchy crackers, juicy juice boxes, and even a secret stash of rainbow gummies for emergencies. One sunny morning, Pip spotted something incredible. A shiny red rocket gleaming in the garden, nestled between the daisies and dandelions. Its door slid open with a gentle whoosh, and a friendly robot arm popped out, waving a sign that read, "Want to go on a big adventure?" Pip grabbed a juice box, zipped up those speedy sneakers, and with a heart full of excitement, hopped right in. The rocket blasted off, zooming past fluffy clouds, the golden sun, and twinkling stars that sparkled like diamonds in the sky. Pip peeked out the window. Space was huge. There were swirling galaxies, shooting stars, and planets of every color. The rocket made a funny beep-boop sound, and Pip sang along. "Beep, boop, beep, we're going on a trip!" The rocket seemed to dance to the tune. Soon, the rocket slowed down. Outside the window was a planet bursting with color. Blue, yellow, green, and red. But it was all jumbled up, with floating pieces shaped like circles, squares, and triangles spinning gently in space. The planet looked broken, its pieces drifting apart and looking sad, as if they missed being together. Pip whispered, "That planet needs help. It needs Pip." Determined, Pip knew this was a job for a true helper. The rocket landed with a soft thump on a big green piece, gently settling down like a feather. Pip stepped out onto Puzzle Planet, where the air smelled like crayons and bubblegum, and the ground felt bouncy underfoot. Everything was bright and cheerful, even if mixed up like a giant happy puzzle waiting to be solved. A sign read, "Welcome to Puzzle Planet. We have a big problem. Can you help us?" The letters wiggled, as if they were asking for a hero. Pip puffed out a chest. "Of course, I'm an expert helper." Pip's eyes sparkled with courage. Ready to explore, meet new friends, and fix this wobbly, wacky world, one shape at a time. Pip couldn't wait to get started. And so, Pip's adventure began, with a heart full of hope and a mind ready for puzzles. Pip stepped onto the green square land. It wobbled like jelly. Pip giggled as the ground jiggled beneath their feet, feeling like they were standing on a giant dessert. The planet was supposed to be one big place, but a sneeze from the man in the moon had shaken it apart. The sneeze was so powerful it sent a shiver through the whole world, splitting it into pieces. Now all the shapelands were separated by empty space. Each land floated alone, like puzzle pieces scattered across the sky, unable to fit together. A tiny, round circlet rolled up. "Our world is topsy-turvy. We can't visit Triangle Land for picnics anymore." Circlet looked worried, missing the fun times with friends from other lands. Pip patted the circlet. "Don't worry, I'll help. Let's get puzzling." Pip's eyes sparkled with excitement, ready for a new challenge. Pip looked across the gaps, triangle, rectangle, and other lonely lands. Each one seemed to be waiting for someone to bring them back together. Imagine if your kitchen was in one house and your bedroom in another. Pip put on an imaginary thinking cap, determined to solve the mystery. First step, visit each land and see what's wrong. Pip knew that every land might have its own special problem to solve. The circlet pointed, "Start at Square Town. They have a sleepy problem." Circlet hoped Pip could help their square friends wake up. "A sleepy problem? I love silly things," Pip declared, bouncing with energy and curiosity. "I'll go see the squares and figure it out." Pip marched forward, ready to meet new friends and solve the puzzle. Pip waved goodbye and marched off, ready for the first puzzle. The journey was just beginning, and Pip felt brave and hopeful. The adventure to fix Puzzle Planet was on. Pip couldn't wait to see what surprises and challenges awaited on this wobbly, wacky world. Pip arrived at Square Town. Everyone was yawning. A sleepy square mumbled, "We're so sleepy. Our houses are too dark. We need windows but don't know what shape fits." Pip saw a triangle-shaped hole in the wall, but the window pieces were a circle, a square, and a triangle. Pip turned to you. "Which shape fits the triangle hole?" You picked the triangle. Pip slid it into place. Sunshine poured in. The square blinked awake. "Wow, sunshine! I feel awake." All the squares cheered and fixed their windows. The once sleepy square hugged Pip. "Thank you, puzzle solver," Pip giggled. "Remember, a triangle hole needs a triangle window." One puzzle solved, but more to go. Pip waved goodbye and skipped toward the next challenge. On to the next puzzle, 14. Pip took a rocket ferry to the yellow triangle island, full of giggling triangle people. Their tower wobbled dangerously. It was built on a round circle block. "We tried to build the tallest tower, but the shapes are in the wrong order," a triangle giggled. On the ground, a square, a rectangle, and the wobbly circle. Pip asked you, which shape should be the base? Circle, rectangle, or square? You chose the square. Pip rebuilt the tower square on the bottom, rectangle in the middle, circle on top. The tower stood tall and strong, no more wobbling. The triangles cheered, "Hooray! It's perfect!" Pip grinned. A strong base makes a strong tower. Another puzzle solved. Time for the next challenge. 13. The triangles showed Pip to the next puzzle. A long, blue rectangle island split by a river. Rectangle people were stuck on one side, unable to reach Pinwheel Park. The bridge was gone. "We need something long and strong to cross the river," said a rectangle. Nearby, a triangle, a circle, and a long rectangle. Pip asked, "Which shape should be our bridge?" You picked the rectangle. Pip and the rectangles pushed it across the gap. The bridge was complete. The rectangle people glided across, finally reaching Pinwheel Park. Pip felt proud. All the puzzles were solved, but something magical was about to happen. With the bridge in place, the islands began to drift together, slowly at first, then faster as the pieces found their perfect spots. Connecting like a giant jigsaw puzzle, each island clicking into place with a satisfying snap. The gaps disappeared. The circlet rolled up, beaming with joy. "You did it! Puzzle Planet is whole again!" All the friends Pip met along the way came to celebrate, gathering from every corner of the planet. The squares brought sun-shaped cookies, triangles danced in circles, and rectangles offered bridge rides to anyone who wanted to join the fun. The world was no longer wobbly or broken. It was one big, beautiful planet, shining brighter than ever before. Pip realized that fixing little puzzles had fixed the whole planet, and that every small act mattered. Each act of helping made a huge difference, no matter how tiny it seemed at first. The planet was now a true community, all the shapes fitting together just right, everyone belonging. Suddenly the robot arm reappeared, placing a shiny star-shaped medal around Pip's neck as everyone cheered. The medal had a square, circle, triangle, and rectangle, all linked together, showing how every shape was needed. "Thank you, Pip," said the rectangle leader with a grateful smile. "You showed us every shape is important, and we're better together." "You are an official Puzzle Planet hero," cheered the crowd, waving banners and tossing confetti. Pip beamed, holding the medal proudly, heart full of happiness and pride. It was the best souvenir ever, a sparkling reminder of adventure, teamwork, and all the new friends Pip had made on Puzzle Planet. The celebration continued, but it was time for Pip to go home. Pip said goodbye to all the new friends. High fours, hugs, and one last silly joke. "Come back soon," they all cheered. Pip promised, "and I'll bring more snacks." Pip climbed into the rocket, waving out the window as it lifted off. Below, Puzzle Planet was a patchwork of colors and shapes, all fitting together perfectly. The shapes weren't just shapes anymore. They were friends, building wonderful things together. On the ride home, Pip thought about the adventure, a broken world, silly problems, and teamwork that solved every puzzle. Pip learned something big. Working together with friends and learning about shapes can fix anything. Pip looked at the star-shaped medal and smiled. What adventure will tomorrow bring? You never know. 13.